Zach Brown, Mr. Worldwide. This is how you change the world. Let's ride.
Get lost with me tonight. Cruise slow motion, chase the sun as we burn one down. Get lost with me tonight. We go high as a mother. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Nah, 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 no, no, no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. Nah, 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 no, no, no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us.
I'm here to remind y'all, just in case you forgot, Mr. Worldwide, the world's my block. I'm like time, I never stop. I'm from the bottom, y'all keep the time.
Good morning, guys. We'll let everybody get in here that's signing in for the waiting room, and we'll get started shortly. Think about your wins for the week, and we'll get started soon. Thanks for being here.
To the nights that we can't remember, with the friends that we can't forget. Get lit.
Get lost with me tonight. Cruise slow motion, chase the sun as we burn one down. Get lost with me tonight. We go high as a mother. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Nah, 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 no, no, no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. Nah, 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 no, no, no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, hustling blood, sweat, tears. I say what they want, I do what they don't. I am what they ain't. I go hard like Shaq in the paint. I'm a fighter, survivor, rider. NASCAR teams Orlando. Track house bringing that fire. Zach Brown and Pit, fire. You can knock me down, but you won't knock me out. I love it when they count me out. Now let's party. To the nights that we can't remember, with the friends that we can't forget. Get lit.
Get lost with me tonight. Cruise slow motion, chase the sun as we burn one down. Get lost with me tonight. We go high as a mother. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Nah, 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 no, no, no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. Nah, 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 no, no, no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. I don't need water, I need a drink. So pass me a bottle and let's get lit. I don't need water, I need a drink. So pass me as a mother, and nothing's gonna stop us. Nah, 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 no, no, no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. Nah, 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 no, no, no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. Nah, 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 no, no, no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. Nah, 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 no, no, no. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome. Look at you over there, Maggie, just leaning into this experience. I love seeing you on here on Friday mornings. Just throwing that out there. How's it going today, guys? Welcome. Good. As always, as I'm continuing to manage the waiting room and stuff here, let's start with some good stuff that's going on, right? Like, who has some wins that they want to share? It can be business, personal, relationship. It doesn't matter to me. Just tell me some good things going on. We need 3 of them.
Well, I've got some folks that want to list their property in southern end of Brazoria County and move to the northern part of Brazoria County or into Fort Bend. So a sale and a listing coming up in the weeks and months ahead.
That's where it starts, right? Like, congratulations on that, Jack. I absolutely love that, right? Business is coming in, and I know Eric, a lot of you guys are within the American Destiny group and stuff like that. I mean, literally over 200, I think it's over 250 million in production just within that group already. And by the end of this month, our entire group should have over $1 billion in sales, which is just like, it's our biggest year ever at this point in time since we've been here. And, we've added a few agents, we've lost a few, so we're not at the biggest peak of agents that we've had. So we're doing more with less agents, which I'm totally good with, right? Like, I want to have this SEAL team of just super productive, innovative agents that are constantly pushing the envelope forward. So love to hear that, Jack. And that seems to, really be true across our entire group at this point. So great first win. Who has the second win for us today?
I do. Linda Faye.
Talk to us, Linda Faye.
I had a closing on October 31st and one just 2 days ago on the 6th, and all because I'm part of the REO group, ADR and experience, and so exciting. I have 2 more listings to get out, and I have a new love in my life. He was my high school sweetheart that we just connected on our 50th high school reunion again.
Okay. Get it, girl. Get it. Yes. Business is coming through. Love is in the air. All right. I love it. Well, congratulations. And, you're on a real, man, you have a really great mentor and stuff over there with the team and stuff that you're a part of as well. So they've done some really cool things, and just the whole Atlanta group is a bunch of rock stars and stuff. So make sure that you learn from them, and take in as much as possible. But you're a part of a really great group, and I love to hear all of that. Beautiful. Who has our last win for the week before we jump into things? I'll wait. Come on, like, somebody tell me one good thing that's going on in their life. Come on.
Hey, Larry,
What?
when you look at the camera like that, I'm just gonna wait longer, dude. You're making it worse for yourself. All right, so I have a good one. We've been out of power for a couple of days because of the high winds over here. And there's been a client that I worked with 7 years ago, and I get an email that's like, "Hey, Joe, are you okay working with me again? I need to sell my property." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I thought this lady ghosted me years ago," because I looked in the CRM, and as recent as like 40 days ago, I sent her a message with no responses. Turns out that was her Google phone number, and she totally loves me and, thought about selling her home. I was her first phone call, taking that listing on Monday.
Oh my God, who could not love little Joseph Limo over there with that beautiful little baby face? You're just the cutest. Like, who wouldn't love you over there, man? Look at it. Well, that's a bold move. We're in Cowboys gear this year, but that's a whole different subject. So
Hey, I'm a bold guy, baby. What are you gonna do?
beautiful. All right. Well, thank you for all of your participation this morning, guys. Next off here, I am super excited here because we have John Reyes that is joining us this morning. And him and his team are literally among some of the most sought after trainers in this real estate industry. And what John has done, not only is he a top producing real estate agent that's part of our group, but he utilizes high level sales tactics, strategies, while incorporating digital marketing, specifically video and AI, into his business. And then he teaches other people to do this as well. He's been a national speaker, a loan originator, the CEO and co-founder of Social Network X, which is an award-winning Southern California-based digital marketing company. And I am super excited to have him on here with us today. John, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, Larry? Can you hear me A-okay?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. How are things going out there in Southern California this morning?
You know what? I am in Los Angeles and I'm dealing with LA traffic, which is always great. So I'm out of it now, but the exciting thing is, as soon as I'm done with you guys, I'm going to walk into this amazing event that's being held for the Children's Institute, and I'm going to be speaking in front of about 300 150 staff employees. They're having a staff retreat, and I'm stoked that I was invited to come on out and was given the platform to say, hey, talk about whatever it is that you want, real estate, financial literacy, buying, selling. So I got a great audience today, and I'm super excited about that. And this was all connected because of my online content and people seeing my videos. So just further reinforces what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm talking to you from my car, so that way I could then go and do my setup and be with all of these amazing people.
Beautiful, beautiful. So before we jump into actually giving some content, some things that people can use, I tried to be your biggest hype man possible, but give everybody a little background, of yourself, kind of your elevator pitch, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate that hype for sure. So my name is John Reyes, and I've been in the real estate space for 20 years. Look, I don't want to work harder than I have to, and it doesn't mean that I don't want to work hard. It means that I don't want to work harder than what I need to do in order to gain the result that I want. So very early in my career, I learned that if I want to be in this business, I need to do things differently in order to stand out amongst my competition and not play in the same sandbox like everybody else. So what we do is we leverage digital technology, specifically video, and right now, guys, AI, in order to stand out. And as Larry mentioned, I speak at events including the California Association of Realtors, National Association of Realtors. If any of you are on the East Coast, Triple Play, which includes the state of New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, in addition to many other just events traveling. And the reason that I've been consistent in bringing content to some of the biggest stages in real estate is because I'm always evolving. Just like you need to evolve, I'm evolving as well. So that's my background. I'm fully invested in real estate. I built my entire career and my retirement, not with a retirement plan, but by going on out, buying, acquiring real estate, and doing things where you have such an amazing opportunity in this industry. I love this industry so much, and that's really what I'm here to do, is just share opportunities.
Beautiful, man. Well, welcome to our Friday Mastermind call here. And what are we going to educate everybody on today? Like, what's going to be our talk track for today?
So two things we're going to hit on. Number one is going to be the integration or the use of AI into our business. And I'm going to give you some really good deliverables, things that you can all walk away with, feeling a sense of confidence, saying, I'm not just watching, but more importantly, I'm doing. Second thing we're going to talk about is video marketing.
Before you pass on to that, guys, I just want to highlight this, right? We have had some rock stars on this call the last 2 or 3 months. How many of them have been talking about AI? I want you guys to take a mental note of this, right? Well, I'm not a tech person. Well, I'm not this. Well, do you want your business to be, right? If the top players in this industry are moving this way, do you think you should be? Again, it's not right, it's not wrong. If you decide not to take this, if you decide not to implement this, you have to be okay with a lower level of production. AI will not replace you, but agents and companies that are using AI will. That's what I want you guys to just take that mental note. There's a reason that we keep touching up on this, because if I would have shared this with you once, like, it would have been out of sight, out of mind, right? Twice, oh, like, okay, yeah, maybe I want to do something with this, right? But like, we're on 3, 4, 5 times, and there's a reason for that. So sorry, John, I didn't want to like cut you off, but it is such an important topic to utilize for efficiency, for productivity, and everything else. I just wanted to make sure that this is a front of mind for everybody.
No, Larry, you're 100% correct. And it's one of the things that I talk about and notice is that AI is being integrated into so many things that we do. So it is one of those things where even if you don't want to embrace it because you're like, you know what, I'm cool with my production, know that if you can bring greater value to your clients, you owe it not just to yourself, you owe it to your clients to do it. So anytime an agent wants to turn left or turn right, then I think it's a bit selfish for us to do that, because you have a fiduciary duty to your clients. And I guarantee you, there's no way that you're going to be able to produce a result quicker, faster, more efficiently, and in many cases, even better than AI, because it's just practically impossible to do so. So embrace it. It's not that difficult. It's very simple. And if you appreciate your time, then you'll put the time to learn how to do it, because you'll gain a lot more out of it.
Beautiful. Well, where do you want to start, man? The show is yours. This is your call, and I'll jump in where I see fit and highlight some things that I think people might be glossing over and stuff like that. But it's your show, brother.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. Any feedback that you have or want to throw on in, I'm very simple and easy to work with. The cool thing about this also is that I just want to give an appreciation to my really good friend, Joseph Limo. Joseph Limo has been a not only a dear friend, but also a true leader in this business. I have such tremendous respect for him. He's the one that
Oh, hold on.
got us.
Time out. If you're gonna be on this call, we have one rule, and that's that we don't hype up Joseph Lima. Like that's my one rule. Like I never want him to feel good about himself on this call. One rule.
That's well then thank you for letting me know. And Joe, I'll give you your $10 back, okay, for that initial intro anyways. So here's what I like to start off with, everybody. I want to talk about the importance of evolving in our business. Now, you've all heard this. If you've read any basic business book, you've heard it before, the importance of evolving. But the reason that I'm going to hit on this before I get into the what we're going to do is because I need to talk a little bit about why are we going to do this in the first place. So my title is Evolve or Die. Now, I will say, I did take a photo of this slide when I was traveling to the East Coast for another event, and I posted it on my Instagram account, and I had a poll, and I said, do you think I'm being a bit too much? Like, am I being too dramatic with this title? And I explained what I was discussing, and the response was 92% said no, 8% said yes. 92% of these people, they weren't real estate agents. They are people that you want to go on out and work with, buyers and sellers. That's what they are. Now, a good example of us not getting too comfortable is Blockbuster. And many of you have had a Blockbuster card in your pocket. If there's any really young realtors on this call, maybe you don't know what Blockbuster is, but I guarantee you your parents did. They know what Blockbuster is? But this was a place of all places for us to rent our videos back in the day. And see, I wanted to work at Blockbuster back in the day. I really did, just because I was like, what a cool job. It's like movies and, they sold like popcorn stuff there. I just thought it was a really cool vibe, better than me working at McDonald's. And I was like, I want to work at Blockbuster, but I could never get a job there. But I will tell you that two girls from my high school, they both worked there. And one of the girls I always thought was one of the luckiest girls in the entire school, and not because she worked at Blockbuster, but because it was my old girlfriend. And that's a true story. So Blockbuster, they had 6,000 stores nationwide, generated $6 billion in revenue. And they were not a market leader, they were the market leader. And guys, when you're at the top of the food chain, if you're right now absolutely crushing it business-wise, you might be like, hey, you know what? I'm good. Everything I've done to this point works. But here's the thing, Blockbuster had an opportunity to buy this small company back in the day, and it was called Netflix. And Netflix, they just said, give us 50 million bucks. And look, you acquire us, we'll take care of the online, you take care of the stores, and together we could build an even bigger and better company. Now, the CEO of Blockbuster, he had a meeting with Reed Hastings, the founder and CEO of Netflix. And Reed Hastings goes on to say that when he showed up at the office of Blockbuster, everything was designed to just exude power and dominance. Even the display, when you first walk through the door, the look of the building, the chandeliers, everything, the tech, just to say, welcome, you're here at Blockbuster. He goes on to say that the shoes worn by the CEO of Blockbuster cost more than the car he was driving in, which that's pretty amazing too. I mean, those must have been some remarkable shoes. This article on Inc. does not discuss the specifics of what it was, but it gives the point that Blockbuster was in the position that they could have made some significant moves and adjustments in their business. Fast forward, Reed Hastings also goes on to say that the CEO of Blockbuster kept doing something very funny with his hands and his mouth while they were discussing buying the company for $50 million. And he goes on to say, I realized what he was doing. He was trying to keep himself from laughing right in my face, laughing about the fact that I said buy us for 50 million bucks. Fast forward, we know what happened. See, this wasn't simply just a mistake because the company thought, oh, we don't need the tech because maybe people, they really aren't going to love it. It was the consumers responded. The market spoke. And in real estate, I think it's so much of the same. I'm out competing against real estate agents to generate business. I just had a situation where I had to compete against 3 other realtors for a listing in the city of Upland. This was a referral. I didn't know this party from nobody. My first time speaking to a husband and wife on a Sunday. And as I'm speaking to the client, they said, you were referred to us, but my father told me that I should interview multiple realtors before I sign any contract. So I'm interviewing 4 real estate agents. You're one of them. And my conversation with the client went a little something like this. I said, is this your first time selling a home? She says, yes, it is. I said, as a first time home seller, is there anything that keeps you up late at night? Anything that you're worrying about? Any questions that you've had amongst each other where it's been a standout? And before I could even finish my sentence, the wife interjects and she says, exposure. What are you going to do to get the exposure from my home? So now I'll tell you what majority of most real estate agents would do. The majority of most agents would say something very glossy, like, oh, we have the best marketing. The problem is that doesn't carry much weight, nor does it have much substance. What does I offer the best marketing truly mean? Opposed to me explaining to the client, here's what I told her. I said, the real estate industry has changed drastically, more in the last 5 years than in the previous 50. In fact, I would even say that we've had such significant changes due to the fact that the majority of most buyers, they're not reliant upon a real estate agent like they once were to find a home. Instead, most buyers are finding their own listings online. Buyers are staying late up at night, checking the latest updates on Zillow. They're waking up early to see if there's any new inventory that has hit the market. They're taking more bathroom breaks while they're at work, sneaking on their phone. And as I'm saying this, I hear the wife chuckle, because they're not just sellers, but they're also buyers. And she went on to acknowledge that that's her and her husband. That's exactly what they do. Here's where I was at a huge disadvantage. The client asked if I was able to meet with them the very next day. Unfortunately, I had a flight early in the morning to the East Coast. I couldn't meet with them, but I was still able to establish a connection. I got the listing, and here's how I did it. But before I get into that, let me just also reinforce what happened to Blockbuster. Blockbuster filed bankruptcy because they did not evolve. Netflix, as of the day that I created this slide, is valued at just under $300 billion. Due to the recent surge in the market, I would go on to say that probably Netflix is valued at over $300 billion. They were looking to be acquired for $50 million. So as a real estate agent, you need to ask yourself, are you doing what you need to do to evolve? Not just using simply tools that are offered by your company, but what responsibility are you assuming to say, I offer a great service, I work for a great company, I have a great team, great leadership, great partners, and these people need me. What am I going to do to be more efficient at making sure people know who I am? So when that seller asked me to meet on Monday, I said, is there any way we can meet tonight? Unfortunately, I have a flight in the morning and I won't be able to meet you tomorrow. And she says, we can't meet tonight. We're not in town. We'll be back into town late tonight so we can meet tomorrow. I said, is there any way that maybe we can jump on a call? We could do a Zoom. And she says, unfortunately not. I want to dedicate Monday to just my in-person meetings. And so I said, here's what I'll do. The number that I just called, is this your cell phone number? Yes, it is. Perfect. I'm going to shoot you over a text. In my text, I'm going to include 2 videos. The first video is going to be an opportunity for me to introduce myself to you. It helps me put a face to a name. The second will be a video from a client who's already sold with me. It's one thing for me to talk about how great we are. It's another thing for a client to reinforce this point for me. And so this is what I sent. Any of you taking notes, here's what I encourage you to all take the time to create. A 30 to 60 second video that introduces you. Show your face, speak, let them hear your voice. Introduce yourself and share 1 or 2, maybe 3 reasons as to why somebody should keep you in mind, why somebody should want to work with you as their real estate agent. Chances are you already know a real estate agent, whether that be a friend or even a close family member. But here's the thing, I would like the opportunity to introduce myself and my team to you. My name is John Reyes and I'm with Move Fast, Move Now, and we are a team that services the Southern California real estate market. So let me give you 3 reasons as to why you should pick up the phone and give us a call the next time you're looking to buy or sell real estate. Number 1, our use of technology.
We leverage the latest in digital technology and social media marketing in order to enhance the overall buying and selling experience for each and every one of our clients. Number 2, communication. The last thing you want to do is to pick up the phone, reach out to your agent, and not have anybody else on the other end of the line. We don't work that way. And then number 3 is education. We believe firmly that the more that you know, the more you're empowered to make the right decision for you and your family. So if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate or doing both, pick up the phone and reach out to me today. Again, John Reyes will Move Fast, Move Now. I do look forward to hearing from you.
Now, we refer to this as a video business card. It's almost impossible for somebody on the other end, the person that's receiving this, to not feel a sense of connection to me when I see it, when I send it, because it's definitely a standout. After she received this video and she watched my second video, I received a call from the client and they said, "We will not sign with anybody until we connect with you." I was able to coordinate a Zoom meeting with them on Tuesday. Keep in mind, they met with 3 people on Monday. And not only did they keep their word on not signing a contract with another party, which I'm at a disadvantage, there's no question, because if they were to meet a superstar agent like Larry or like Joe, you guys might make them feel so compelled. They're like, yep, screw it. Hey, we're moving forward right now today. Fortunately, when she made that commitment to me, they kept their word. And on Tuesday, I did a Zoom training. I did not meet in person. I got the contract signed on Tuesday in order to get that listing from them, because it wasn't so much just about me sending a video and being a standout. It was the fact that I was showing them I'm an agent who understands the importance of digital tech, and I do things in order to get more exposure for your listings. So now let's move on to the next part. As a professional real estate agent, what can we do in order to bring more value to our clients? Well, here's what I'm a big believer in. When a home's for sale, I have an opportunity to establish an emotional connection with a prospective buyer. And it's not simply through a professional photo shoot. That should be at a minimum. But what if I was able to create a video where I was able to highlight and articulate the very details that make a property so special and really call attention to the things that make a home so unique? Well, that's exactly what we do. And we do this through the use of video tours. So when I'm doing my consultation with my client, my selling presentation, I discussed the importance of this very thing, connecting with buyers. And I talked about video. This is one of the things that hooked my clients. I said, in real estate, many people will tell you what they're going to do. I'll show you what I've already done. Here's an example.
So welcome to our latest listing in the city of Ontario, a single story, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, just over 1,100 square feet on a 9,000 square foot lot. And when you first walk in, the first thing I want to point out is this. This door is original from 1950. This home has not been on the market for over 70 years. So please, whoever's buying this home, please do not change the front door. Of course, if you buy the home, do what you want. When you walk in, you have a combined...
All right, I'll stop there for the sake of time. But the one thing that I'll tell you is this. I'm a big believer in iron sharpens iron. And again, I know, Larry, I'm not to gloat on Joseph Limo jokingly, but Joe's been somebody that has helped me develop in my own business. In fact, the reason I was really motivated to going out and to get my broker's license was because of 2 people specifically, Joseph Limo being one of them, and also a man by the name of Christoph Chu. He's out of Coldwell Banker, Beverly Hills. And right now, I think Christoph has about 100 million either listed or under contract, which is just insane. He's a big time superstar luxury agent. But I saw videos that he was creating where he would walk a buyer through and he would create a 15 to 20 minute virtual tour because he's showcasing a 15,000 square foot home. And I remember watching him in motion thinking, that must be a tremendous skill set to just be able to walk somebody through a property, talk about it in a very fluid way where the person watching feels comfortable, feels connected. But then when you have a seller who's going to scrutinize, they're going to also feel comfortable. So I just started practicing. That's really what I started doing. And the video tour that I just showed you has been now a hallmark of what I'm doing for my listings. And sellers love it because they just feel like So this is what you're going to send to a prospective buyer. I said, when somebody walks in through your open house, I'm going to make sure that they don't forget about your open house, because I know what happens. A buyer, if they go see multiple homes, it's very easy to get homes jumbled up. And if by me creating this video, I will text them your video tour, just making your home even more of a standout for them. I've also been able to leverage this skill set in order to double end a lot more of my transactions. So in states that you can double end transactions, when I do text a video to a client and I do text a video tour, it's different. If somebody is, we'll say, working with a realtor, but not 100% committed to a realtor contractually, it's opened up a lot of doors of opportunity for me. I created a video tour for a home that I was selling, $1 million plus property, and the buyer told me, I have an agent that I intend on having write my contract if I like your home. We ended up connecting after the fact because I texted him my intro video, I texted him my video tour, and then he just went down a rabbit hole. He started looking at a lot of my videos, and he even said that my wife and I just think that you're so professional. We really like the way you speak. We really like the way you handle yourself. We'd like to know if you'd be interested in writing the offer for us. So we were able to put together a deal and double end a $1.365 million listing, which put a smile on everybody's face, including my sellers, because now I was able to get them their replacement home, $1 million plus property out here in Norco, where if you're not familiar with that, that's a city in Southern California. So now I'm always just pushing the envelope. I'm wanting to always evolve. So now I'm going to show you something that I'm not doing, but one of my good friends is doing. His name is Luther Sanchez. He's out of the LA area, LA Realtor. And I worked with Luther well over a decade ago. I created his very first video, just like I showed you my intro. He did one similarly. And then now Luther has embraced video, where here's how he's introducing his virtual tours. This is called a transitional hook, something that's going to get the attention of the person watching the video.
Hey guys, I'm rolling out my newest listing here in the city of Norwalk. Now,
okay, I want to show that one more time just because I am really impressed by his commitment. White shirt on the grass, doing a flip, throwing a skateboard, and this has gotten him a ton of views online.
hey guys, I'm rolling out my newest listing here in the city of Norwalk. Now we're right by the 5.
Now remember, that was a real estate agent who literally shook in his first video 10 years ago. Luther is consistently one of the top agents out in the Downey Whittier area, a very competitive market in the Los Angeles County area. And the guy's been consistently near the top range for well over a decade. Here's one more.
58. Oh! Hey guys, the real estate market is...
Okay, so just fun stuff. Now, what do you need to do? What do you need in order to start creating some cool video content? It's really simple. Number one, a smartphone. And then number two, a tripod. That's all you really need. A smartphone and a tripod. Tripod you can buy on Amazon for $20. There's one tripod that I really like. It is, they promote it for $30, but they always have a $10 coupon. And it's like, buy now in the next 2 hours to get your $10 off. It's brilliant marketing. It works, but it's a very high quality tripod. If any of you guys, I'll give you so you can connect with me on Instagram afterwards. But if you guys shoot me a message, I'd be more than happy to shoot it on over to you. I'll send it to you, Larry, as well, just in case you wanted to send it to the group. But it's just, again, there's multiple tripods. It's just my favorite.
Yeah, if you send me that link, I'll include it in the recording we posted on YouTube and in the Alliance and stuff like that, and I'll make sure that it's in there.
Perfect. I have one at home in my home office. If you guys go to the office, put one at your home office, and then I carry one with me. If I'm going to an open house, I carry it with me. I actually have one in my backpack because I'm going to create video content while I'm here at this event. I just always prepared and ready in order to record. The next thing you want to do is to identify what makes a good video, and that would include a hook. Now, back in the day, I would say something like, hey guys, this is John Reyes, and today I'm here to talk to you about the #1 mistake that home buyers make. Now, here's the problem. I said my name. It took too long to get to the point. A hook is where you get right to it. Hey guys, the #1. So when I'm creating a video, I won't even say, hey guys, like, hey, good morning. I just get right to it. So I'll say the #1 mistake that home buyers make before buying their first home. And then I get into the message. That's called a hook. Here's the #1 tip that sellers don't want you to know. Here's the #1 tip that top producing agents in your market don't want you to know. Whatever, right? Hooks. Next is a concise message, short and concise, straight to the point. Video messages that you create online, 15 to 25 seconds, that's all you really need. Google has said 15 to 25 seconds will give you some of the best results. And then the last thing is solid delivery. We just need to practice. The more that we practice, the better we're going to get. Eliminate the ums and the ahs while you're creating videos. Do your best. Record your videos, watch them back, be your best assessor, but know that they don't have to be perfect. But you don't want to record a video like one broker, he attended a training I did, and then this is literally what he did. Hey, guys, I was told to record a video. He posted that online, and I called him right away and I was like, take that video down. That is like an embarrassing video. Why would you even post that? Do you think anybody in your market's going to feel like, oh, wow, this is a professional because you did that? And this is an agent that I could speak very frankly to. And he's like, man, I didn't know what to do. I was nervous. I just recorded and posted. So you just want to have some decency. Again, doesn't need to be perfect, but you don't want to make it too obnoxious either. So solid delivery, practice. How do we get better? We just practice. Now you guys can feel free to take a photo of this, but you guys can use ChatGPT. I went on to ChatGPT and I asked for 10 hooks for videos. I said, I'm a real estate agent and I'm looking for 10 hooks so that way I can create some content for buyers and sellers. And here's what they gave me. Don't buy a home without asking this one critical question. The 3 biggest mistakes that first-time homebuyers make. Here's how to avoid them. Unlock the hidden potential in your next home with this simple strategy, and it just goes on. But this is where the use of something like ChatGPT can make a big difference in our business. Now, this is just some like bonus points. If I was coaching you on video marketing, I would say better lighting. Better lighting is even better. So normally when I'm creating content, I have a ring light. I bought it on Amazon, 20 bucks. You could just put desktop ring light. That's all you need. Stable camera, so that way you could avoid the shakiness like I'm doing right now. Of course, I'm being exaggerative, but that's where your tripod comes in. Adding captions to your video. Now, there's an app called Captions. I recommend everybody download it. It's available for both Droid as well as your iOS. Captions, best app. It's 65 bucks for the year if you pay up front, or $9.99 a month. It is a game changer. And then last 2 things is look at the camera when you're talking, and then you want to also add some music, but not overpowering. You don't want to have to compete with your voice. And then when you are creating videos, get into the habit of including a call to action. If you're thinking about buying or selling real estate, I'd love the opportunity to talk to you. Give me a call. If you'd like to schedule your own consultation, drop me a direct message. So that's what it means by including a call to action at the end of your videos. Now, these are some fun videos that you can create. Use your Facebook page or your CRM, identify whose birthday it is. But like Larry, if it was your birthday, I could send you a text for sure. But if I grab my phone and I said, hey, Larry, this is John Reyes. I just wanted to record this video and wish you a happy birthday. Man, I hope you get everything that you want today and more. And Larry, more than anything, let you know we're thinking about you. Have a happy birthday. Less than 10 seconds, I text you that video. It's a feel good, puts a smile on your face. Happy home anniversary. Or here's what's going on in the market. It's just a great way to stay connected with our prospects. Now let's hit into the power of AI in real estate. ChatGPT, I know you guys have all heard about this. This is for property descriptions, right? ChatGPT could be used for things like property descriptions. It could be used in order to do market research. But in my case, I want to take it a step further. I want to use ChatGPT to actually read some contracts. So Joseph and I, we have one of the best trainings in California for the contracts. We are both certified forms trainers. And when we hold classes for boards, I mean, we will have people fighting over seats. And these are people paying for seats just to attend. 30 bucks just to attend a 2-hour class with Joe and I. And this is what I did in this case. Joe and I were holding an open house. I took the open house non-agency form, uploaded it to ChatGPT, and I told ChatGPT, people are not used to signing a legal document. They're used to signing in. And so can you help come up with a script, something that we can share with people when they walk through the front door, so that way we can highlight the details of what this document includes. And then this is what ChatGPT is able to deliver for us.
Here's a simple, straightforward pitch you can use to explain the open house non-advisory form to your visitors. Hi, welcome to the open house. Before you start looking around, I just need you to sign this open house non-advisory form. It's a standard document we use to make sure we're all on the same page. This form lets you know that while I'm happy to answer any questions you have today, I am currently representing...
Okay, in that case, I'm like, that's cool, I like it, but it's a little bit too long. Can you just make this more concise for me? And this is exactly what ChatGPT did and came up with.
Certainly. Here's a more concise version. Hi, welcome. Before you explore the house, I just need you to sign this quick form. It simply states that I'm representing the seller today, so any info we discuss will be shared with them. It's just for transparency. If you have any questions or want to discuss working together, let me know. Thanks.
So the beautiful thing about ChatGPT, for those of you who don't know, if you pay $20 a month, it is the plus version. You can upload PDFs, you can upload documents, and they will read the documents for you. So this is a building that I currently have for sale, and I should have this under contract within the next couple of days. And this is a 101-page document. And if you guys look at the images here, you're seeing that there's comparables, there's rent information, there's information about vacancy rates in the market, the sub-market. There's a lot of data. This is, again, a 100-page document, an underwritten report of the property that I'm looking to potentially sell, right? And then second, I also have a report just on the zoning. It's a zonomics report that I ordered for the property. So collectively, I have about 110, 112 pages of information. So if I was to ask any of you, how long would it take for you to go through these documents and to learn and to read about the property? I mean, it would probably take any person on average at least a few hours, 4 to 5 hours. And I've asked some big time commercial agents how they go about it. But in this case, what I'm doing is I'm actually uploading both of these documents, over 100 pages, to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT is reading the document. And then I asked ChatGPT, I have a seller, somebody who's thinking about selling their home, or selling this building. I need information that's specific to highlighting some of the details that I could share with my seller. If you guys see, they're giving me the property overview, the address, the zoning, the current use, the zoning insights, zone purpose, development potential, information on the parking, market analysis, including current market rents, vacancy rates, as well as information specific to the sub-market, which is very important in commercial real estate, potential price with respect to the leasing rates. And then I even asked, I said, because again, remember, I don't want to work harder than I need to, give me specific pages that I should copy and paste the graphs from to incorporate into my visual presentation. And this is what it did for me. So I just traveled out to the East Coast. I was out in New Jersey. I had a room full of about 100 commercial agents. Every one of those agents paid a considerable amount of money to go to the training. It was about $2,000 investment total, all in, to go to the training. I did a 1-hour session just on commercial. I just gave you a small glimpse, but we went through evaluating pricing properties, responding to offers, offering memorandums, and this was all just with ChatGPT. And I mean, I had CCIMs in that class that were blown away. So this is just more so about what you guys can see. What I just showed you on the commercial, I'm doing the very same thing on my residential. I'm walking into my residential listings so prepared with data, information, and analysis breakdowns that it's just blowing the competition out of the water. So when my client said, I'm interviewing 4 realtors, I said, the more that you interview, the more that you'll realize that we're just different in our approach. So
Do
now,
you guys, I just want to highlight, do you guys see the actual use cases, right? Like a couple of you guys, like I know are using ChatGPT, but like dig and lean into this, right? I'm doing the same thing right now. I'm creating some consulting agreements, right? And I'm like, well, what about this? Well, what about this? And it just just keep leaning into it, guys, because what this can do for you and the data that it can pull and how it can highlight you is a game changer in this business right now.
and you know, there you mentioned about talking about AI, a few trainings already. So in some of my trainings that I dig into, I'll have 3, 4, 5 trainings just on ChatGPT. It's like, here's one thing, just focus on this one thing. And oh, did you know, by the way, you could do this? And did you know, by the way, you could do that? Today, when I'm doing my class, it's financial literacy, how to buy a house, and things that we should know in order to be more aware of our finances. I used an app called Gamma, GAMMA.app. I created 2 presentations within less than 10 minutes. They are beautifully done. And I did that all while watching The Golden Bachelor last night, Golden Bachelor, Men Tell All, with my wife. but it was just when I was on the couch and it was just like nothing. I showed my cousin who's a correctional officer because he asked me, "Are you ready for your presentation?" I said, "Man, I haven't even started. I'm a procrastinator. Don't adopt that. Don't adopt the way of doing that." But I just work well under time constraints and pressure, and so that's what I produced. And then I showed him, and he's like, "That is so amazing!" And it was all done through AI. So now I want to show you this. This is something that I'm super stoked about. Captions, guys, download this app again. Don't pay for it. Use it for free. They'll let you use it for free. In order to export your videos, you're going to have to pay them. So, but just try it out to see if you like it. But let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a video, but remember what I told you guys? I don't want to work harder than what I have to. I was in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I was playing golf. I was on the 7th tee. Before I hit, I went and did something like this for me to make a video. But I'm going to show you how I just made this video without ever recording a video. You see a script that I'm adding on the screen. Now that I add that script, I produce a video, and now I'm going to add some music. So I'm going to take that video and add some music very quickly with this app called CapCut, C-A-P-C-U-T. CapCut is free. Download it. I don't pay for it. It's an app that I use just to add music and to do some other really cool things. But right now I'm just showing you CapCut just for free. And then let me show you the actual video that I produced. On the left side, you're going to see the actual video. On the right side, you're going to see AI enhancing my video. So it now actually looks like I'm looking at the screen. Look at the small, but subtle differences between the two. Left side is the one where I'm reading a script. On the right side is where now the AI corrects my eyesight. So now I'm looking right at the screen. Here's my final version.
Hello, my name is John Reyes, and I'm a 20-plus year real estate veteran based in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. As a broker, realtor, and mortgage loan originator, I bring a wealth of experience to both buyers and sellers. In business administration. And over the years, I've honed my ability to leverage the latest digital technology to enhance the real estate experience for my clients. My commitment to clear communication and client education ensures that every step of the buying or selling process is fully understood, helping you make informed decisions with confidence.
Okay, I want to be clear, guys. I did not
selling,
record that
call
video.
me today.
That was called my AI twin. Here's what I did with captions. Now this is, you have to buy another license for this, okay? So I'm just showing you where it goes. Captions is $65. You could read a teleprompter. It will add captions to your video. You could add music if you want. I prefer CapCut personally. And it will correct your eyesight to make it look like you're looking right at the camera. It is a great app just for that. Now, if you buy, they call it the Max, Captions Max. I could take 2 minutes to record an AI twin. It mimics my voice. All I do is upload a script. So Larry, that video right there, I never recorded. I mentioned I was on the golf course. I wrote the script, uploaded it to Captions, produced it, boom, let it do its thing. It takes a couple minutes to make it. Out of 4 golfers, I was the 4th one to hit. So I started on the 7th tee. I did everything before I even hit the ball. By the time the hole was done, the actual video was already completed. With paying it's about $300 for the year. If you pay about $300 for the year, you can create about 25 to 30 videos a month with your license using your AI twin, and you could have multiple. So now I have multiple AI twins, different looks, different clothes. I even have a hat backwards on one. I want like the casual look. It's just all meant to be where you could just put yourself in a position and record and create video content without ever having to get your phone and just hit the record button and record it on the spot. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and we've introduced a few other we've introduced a few other companies very similar that you can use for mass marketing and stuff like that, where essentially you just have that one script, and then again, you can change it, you can do this, you can download your databases. So this is where, guys, it doesn't matter which one you use, right? Like John doesn't own CapCut, like I don't own the other, like it's just a resource. Like use whichever one you're actually going to implement, right? Whichever one is easiest for you. I just want you to be ahead of this curve.
Yeah, Larry, you're so right. It's like the common question, what CRM's the best? And the answer is whichever one you use, right? Like just put it to work, just do it. And I think that's the beautiful thing about this whole program is that it's really meant to be where what we teach and what we show. If it's too difficult, honestly, guys, I wouldn't even show it, because if it's too difficult, I would never use it. And I know the average realtor would not. So here's what I want to close with and let you guys know.
Hello, my
I'm
name
very
is.
excited about this. I wrote a book and it's called 21 Strata Keys. And it's like 21 strategies, but strata keys. The concept is that I have interviews with 20 plus amazing professionals. And with every interview that I've done, I've consolidated it into a very specific, intentful chapter to highlight their story, their background in the world of real estate, but also to share what did they do in order to just be uber successful. The other thing that I've done too is that I have key takeaways for them, which are specific business lessons. And every chapter has a QR code. You can scan the QR code and you're taken directly to a landing page for the person that I interviewed. And then you could watch the full interview as well as watch some of the shortened videos that are just pretty much clips, highlights of their main points. This book, you guys can get your hands on it, pre-order it for only $21. So it's 21 Strata Keys for $21. And I'm super stoked and excited to share that I have one of your very own, Joseph Limo, is interviewed in my book. And there's no way that I could put together a compilation of amazing superstars without having Joe. And just to kind of highlight some of the other key people, just so I can kind of give you some insight. Christoph Chu is one of the people I have featured in this book, a gentleman by the name of Michael Ferrante. He closes more than 500 deals a year. It's his own team. He's out of Cleveland, Ohio. And he talks about how he built his systems and delegated in order to close such high numbers, but pretty much work 9 to 5. It's pretty awesome. I have one of the most successful salespeople in the history of one of the largest real estate organizations. She's 47 years in the business. She doesn't need to sell real estate. She has more money than she knows what to do with, but she does it every day because she's so passionate about the business. I have a really good ensemble of professionals here. And then the other thing that I do is this, is I have a program where it's a 12-week online training program, and I do weekly Zoom meetings every Friday, 7 a.m. There's action steps. I record them. You get the completed session once it's done. And it's comprehensive training, but everything's meant to be short, concise, straight to the point, one action step at a time. And this is a program that many agents nationwide have purchased for $9.95. Whenever I do go on location and I'm hired by a firm to come out and speak, then I will discount it. And when I discount it, I'll typically discount it to $295. But I'm such a fan of your organization and your leadership. And Larry, obviously, I've connected with you guys. So this is my offer to anybody who's on this. And this is just as a give back to Larry being such a distinguished leader and always focusing on bringing value to his members and team and network. But if any of you guys decide to place a pre-order for 21 Strata Keys, I will give you full access to the Agent Growth Lab program at no additional cost. So you don't pay $1 for it. So 21 bucks will get you access to that $9.95 program as well. And this is just, again, a way for us to constantly evolve. And like I said earlier, iron sharpens iron. When I do have these key takeaways and I'm like, all right, go on out and take action, I do ask for you to share your work with us, because then I can share it with other people as well. So it's just a way for us to all grow together. But Larry, that concludes and covers everything that I wanted to share on my side. So I will put in the chat box the link if anybody has any interest in wanting to place that order. Then you could just tap on the link and then fill it out, and my team will take care of the rest.
Please. I knew you had a book coming out, and we were going to get the ability to pre-order, but having access to your entire course is, man, that's solid. Thank you so much for that. And if you could put the link there again when we repost this and stuff like that, and send it out to our group, I'll make sure that we include that in there as well. So guys, questions, comment. I mean, that was a lot in a very short period of time, right? There's a reason that John is in front of so many others, just kind of coaching and teaching them how to do this. Questions, comments, concerns, anything from your guys' side?
I mean, I love the fact that he's out there telling people to video. I've been using video for 3 years with, I call them video voicemails for birthdays. They are absolutely the biggest response that I get. The times that I don't send video voicemails and I send a message or a picture, you just don't get the review. You don't get the feedback. You don't get the people getting right into it. So I applaud him.
Oh, thank you, Heath.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for that feedback and stuff. And I mean, you guys know, like I've been with Tom Ferry, since I think 2010, and it was like pulling teeth to try and get people to use video in 2011 and 12. Now, like it should be the basics. Like this should be your standard. You doing video, you using AI should not be this stretch. This should be part of our daily routines, right? We have to change, we have to mold, we have to adapt with everything that's coming our ways and stuff as well. Any other questions, comments, concerns? I appreciate that feedback, Keith.
Hey, John.
All right.
I'm sorry, Larry. I wanted to share. We are actually knee deep in John's content right now with the weekly trainings. Man, it is like precise detail of exactly what to do. And like he said, it really is like, all right, this week you're just going to focus on this. So it's really growth oriented and it's all about integration. That's one of the best things that John does in terms of his trainings is he makes sure that if you're showing up, he's going to make it so easy for you to just do the one thing so that by the time you're done, you are actually modeling, the approach and the skill sets that he's trying to deliver. Other thing I'll share is that, John, make sure you tell him about the book and how cool so the guy writes a book, right? And then he infuses technology in it. So John, share with him how you did that, because I think that's pretty cool.
So the way that we wrote the book is that I did these interviews and I took the interview transcripts and then we utilized ChatGPT in order for us to be able to come up with our chapters. And it's not like you just upload a chapter and then it produces a result that you're happy with. Not by no means. That's where I feel like I'm almost like a conductor. That's why even on the book it doesn't say written by, it says a work by. And it says a work by because on one chapter, as an example, I spent over 5 hours just on the back and forth with ChatGPT, just really digging into the details. And that's how we put it. That's how we put the infrastructure of it together. And it's funny because then we took all of these the chapters, uploaded them to AI, and it even helped us organize the chapters, like in which order and how we could title it, how we could break it down. And it's just remarkable as to how that has worked for us, but it's something that I'm just always trying to test the envelope. So what I can or cannot do with something like ChatGPT, not even realizing if I'm going to get the right response, but that's how we've been doing it. And then based off the interviews, I got 45-minute interviews with these people. I even used AI in order to break down the interviews into the main highlights, the important parts as well. So we definitely are putting our money where our mouth is as we're creating this as well. And then one more thing I just want you guys to know also, I would encourage you all to please place an order for this above and beyond just me wanting to get a book out. But every year we do this thing called a sleep out for Covenant House. Covenant House is a nonprofit organization. And what we do is we raise funds for homeless youth. And I'm proud to share that the most amount we've ever raised is $44,000. And that was amongst the real estate community. So if any of you place an order for this book today, and maybe you want to buy more than one for any of your friends that are in the business or even thinking about getting into the business. I mean, this is something that could be inspiring for anybody. 100% of the net proceeds from your order will go to the sleep out, because on the 21st of November, I will be sleeping in the streets of Los Angeles, specifically Hollywood. And no matter what the temperature is, it could be raining, we're going to be out there. All we are asked to do is to bring a sleeping bag, no pillows, because we are to feel what it is like to sleep on the concrete. They give us some cardboards. If it's raining, you use the cardboard to cover your head. I became a part of this because of Christoph Chu. Again, big superstar mega realtor, wears Fendi and Prada and Gucci on the daily. But to see him with a beanie and a sweatshirt with cardboard covering his head when it was raining one day, that caught my attention. And that's where I was like, what are you doing and why? And he introduced me to this concept of Covenant House. And Joseph Limo was very gracious being part of the group that helped us raise money last year which we're super stoked with. But I will be sleeping out on the 21st of November in Hollywood with our group. So please place your order, help us support the cause as we are looking to raise money over the next couple weeks for Coveted House.
Beautiful. Man, can't express how grateful we were to have you, man. Go out there, crush your presentation with those next 300 humans and stuff out here. Thank you so much, John. I mean, this was awesome, bro. Your content and everything else. We will take down the link for your book and get that out to as many people in our group as possible and stuff here. And thank you so much for just adding value to others. Keep crushing it out there. And guys, John is a part of our group here with the Alliance at EXP and stuff like that. So if you guys need anything, call, text, email him, reach out. If you need me to connect you, Joe Sublimo can connect you. So, but take advantage of this, lean into this topic and use it. It will change your life. So I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Larry. I just want to thank you again. I just put my handle. If you guys want to connect on Instagram, you guys have a great rest of the day. I'm going to sign off. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Crush it. Talk to you soon.